Hi guys, and today I will be showing you how to get your horse to gain weight and reasons why he could be losing weight. So yes, and this was a requested video, so yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that you need to look at is forage. Your horse could be losing weight because he is not getting enough forage. Let's say he's a horse like Cody, who is 1,250 pounds. A 1,250 pound horse should get about 12.5 to 18 pounds of hay a day. So that's one reason why your horse could be losing weight, because he's not getting enough forage, because a horse does need enough forage a day. Even if he's out in grass 24/7, he should still get a couple of flakes of hay a day, because you can't really measure how much grass he's eating. So he should still get a couple flakes in the morning, a couple flakes at night, especially in the wintertime. In the wintertime, the general rule would be half a bale to a bale of hay a day. My horses do get a full bale of hay in the wintertime, maybe like 2 flakes less, but yes. So that is one reason why your horse could be losing weight. So let's go to the next reason, and then I'll show you how to get your horse to gain weight. So just make sure that you measure your horse's weight, and you can look it up and figure out the general rule of how much hay your horse should be getting. Okay, so the next thing could be because your horse just isn't getting enough calories, and your horse isn't getting enough food. So the first thing you could try would be to try Safe Choice. Depending on how hard your horse is, you may need the original kind, you may need the special care kind, you may need the hard keepers kind, depending on what horse you have. The horses that I have, we only need the original kind, but if you had a hard to keep horse, you may need the hard keepers kind. So, and then you need to measure their weight, make sure that you're feeding them the correct amount for the feed that you're giving them. So the next option would be, if your horse needs to gain weight, but he's just needs to gain a couple pounds, the next option would be a sweet feed. A sweet feed, like a Sweet Feed 12. And it's just got it's wetter, sweeter, but it's not got as much weight or anything like that in there. So, yeah. Once again, I can't tell you how much your horse weighs. You will have to weigh them yourself, which I will do a how to weigh a horse video. You'll have to weigh them yourself, and you'll have to look it up or anything like that on how much to feed your horse with his weight. So, alright, so the next thing that you should always feed is bran. And you should feed this because this keeps their organs from clogging up, from making them colic or anything like that. And then it also gives them extra fat. So you're gonna need bran if your horse is losing weight, because this will help them gain some weight. Okay, so the next thing if your horse is still losing weight, the next thing you could go to is maybe he's not getting enough minerals or something like that. Enough, like, minerals are like oils, fatty acids, or anything like that. So you might have to go to a mineral option like daily essentials, a vitamin or mineral supplement, like that. And you could also go to the fatty acids and buy like a type of oil like this and feed it to them twice a day. And then the next thing, if your horse is still kind of like on the verge, he's kind of still losing weight, he needs to gain a lot of weight or something like that, a good option would be to go and buy a weight builder. Now this just gives them extra calories, and it has omega-3 fatty acids in it. So it'll help them gain some weight. And you can give up to 3 2-ounce scoops of this. If your horse is very skinny, then you can give 3. If your horse is like Rosie, who's a thoroughbred and is hard to keep weight on, you can give up to about 2. And if your horse is just kind of off weight and he's kind of a little bit ribby, you can just feed him 1. But yes, and you should always feed your horse twice a day. You don't want to give them all of their food at once, because that can make them colic. So you should feed them 2 feedings and up. If your horse eats a lot of food, like 3 scoops in the morning, like 20 pounds of food, of like grain a day, then I would suggest like 3 or 4 feedings so that he doesn't get it all clogged, and it's just better for them to do that. But generally my horses don't eat that much, so I just separate it into 2 feedings. But yes, and so just make sure that they're getting enough forage, that they're getting the right kind of food for your type of horse, one that needs more fat than a sweet feed, like Safe Choice instead of sweet feed, or if one's just kind of on the verge of skinny and he just needs something like sweet feed and a little bit of weight builder to help him gain some weight. So yeah, so just make sure your horse is getting enough forage, enough feed, enough minerals and fatty acids and everything like that. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe below. Like I said in my descriptions, if we get to 400 subscribers, I will do a special video. I've been writing that in over 10 descriptions. So yeah. So thank you for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.